Hello everyone, Karim here, and welcome to the Arsenal in Me. Today we are going to be talking about Arsenal's match yesterday, which was played at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace in the quarterfinals of the Carabo Cup. Yesterday we saw a very wonderful performance from the Gunners. Even though the first half was sketchy, we had a top performance in the second half, and even with the fact that we saw cameo from some of our big players. Today we are going to be discussing in depth the performances, the goals, and also the players who really, surprised everybody yesterday. So yesterday, the match ended 3-2 in favor of Arsenal. Arsenal scored 3 goals in the second half, and Crystal Palace scored 1 goal in the fourth minute immediately after the start of the match, and also they scored the second goal in the second half, scored by Nketiah. Now, the match in the first half was very not the way we would like to play. They scored us first fourth minutes after the start of the match when Mateta, overpowered Kyrgios. It was actually a defensive error. I'm not going to be blaming anybody for it. It was a defensive error from our players. When the goal came in, our players picked up. They started playing, and unfortunately, we couldn't get a goal back in the first half. The first half ended with Crystal Palace taking the lead 1-0. Then at the start of the second half, we saw a Jesus resurrection. We saw Gabriel Jesus taking the whole match on his head, scoring 3 goals, and that is an hat-trick, of course. Taking man of the match with 8.9 ratings, and he delivered very well. He scored some nice goals. Even though the second goal, according to a lot of people, they have said if the second goal was in the Premiership, it's not going to stand because it looked very well like an offside, which I agree with. But then there is no VAR at the Carabo Cup, even not at this stage. So now Gabriel Jesus pulled up a top performance yesterday, pulled up a man of the match performance yesterday, and scored 3 goals for the Gunners. We also saw Tierney yesterday. Tierney performed amazingly well. Tierney delivered on the game. Tierney delivered well. It was a surprise yesterday to see Tierney return. Tierney returned to the left side of our defense yesterday, and he also had a very fantastic game yesterday. Tierney had a 7.1 rating, and that's actually his first start of the season for the Gunners this game season. It was really nice seeing the fresh legs on the pitch, and Tierney is still very technical. He's still very good, but he went off again almost as an injured player. It is not confirmed yet unless we hear from our manager if, for example, Tierney has returned back to injury. Tierney has been injury-prone player for a very long time, and we as the Gunners are not pleased with that because currently, right now, we have loads of players also on injury list. We have Calafiori, we have Ben White, we have Zinchenko, we have Tomiyasu on injury list. So it is really very it makes us very unhappy to see that many of our players are actually going on injury when we need them the most. This league is one of the toughest leagues in the world, and right now again we are also playing Crystal Palace in the weekend. So if we are playing Crystal Palace in the weekend, for example, we need our best players so that we can close the gap at the top of the table. With Tierney yesterday, and even with 7.1 ratings, Tierney was actually putting in the crosses, and he really helped Trossard on the left wing to actually put in some crosses, to also do some dribbles, because Trossard also had a very good game yesterday. I would have loved to see Martinelli played yesterday with Tierney also just at his back to see if he can really unlock Martinelli. But unfortunately, Martinelli did not play yesterday. Maybe he's reserving Martinelli for the Premiership game, which of course is reasonable because we need some players to rest very well, and so that they can be at their optimal when they want to play. Yesterday, we saw something very surprising. Gabriel Jesus gave us an hat-trick in the second half. When the match was going on, I was on various social media and also I was on Reddit. In fact, I was reading through Arsenal posts. A lot of people have written off Gabriel Jesus. People do not understand that there are times players do have a bad season. 2 seasons ago, Gabriel Jesus was there for us, and sometimes these players just have bad time. And we need to understand as fans that when these players have bad time, We just need to support them. We need to be there for them so that they can also pick up their forms again. This match didn't end without seeing performances from some of our top players or from some of our regular players. Saka came in, Saka, Martinelli, Saka, Gabriel Magalas, Odegaard, as well as Saliba, all came in yesterday to play in the match, because when we were looking for goals and even when we wanted to defend our goals, it was important for Arteta to bring in these guys so that they can clean the game. Saliba came in the 46th minute for Partey, who had a rating of 6.5 and played yesterday as a right back. Odegaard for Nwaneri at the 46th minute as well, with Odegaard pulling a 8.1 rating, and Nwaneri was not as effective yesterday because he had a rating of 6.2 and he wasn't even really able to pull out the passes that could help us to score goals. So in a nutshell, we had a very effective substitute yesterday. When all of these guys came in, we saw immediate impact. So yesterday, let us talk about our backline. We had a starting backline of Thomas Partey, Jacob Kiwior, Timber, as well as Tierney. The first goal scored at the 4th minute by Mateta saw us trailing throughout the first half. A mistake in our defense saw Mateta break free of Kiwior and put the ball to the corner of the net. In our midfield, for example, we have Nwaneri played as the right hand. Then we have Partey, we have Jorginho played in the center. Then after that, we have Merino played in the left midfield. Merino gave a very nice performance yesterday. Merino really played well yesterday. Merino had a 7.1 rating according to SofaScore, with Nwaneri having 6.2, and Thomas Partey having 6.8, and Nwaneri having 6.2 rating, Jorginho having 6.8, and Merino 7.1 according to SofaScore. In our attack, we had Jesus, who led us to a 3-0 victory, playing as a striker and as well as winning the man of the match. Sterling on the right, who was later subbed off for Saka at the 70th minute. Now let us look at Saka's assist. Saka gave an assist at the 73rd minute. We saw Jesus score the second goal on the night. Odegaard as well gave 2 assists to Jesus, one in the 54th minute and the other in the 81st minute. Odegaard had a 8.1 rating. So as it is yesterday, with our performance yesterday and having 1-3-2, we are going to the next round of the competition. The next round of the competition is actually a semi-final, which is a 2-legged match, which means we are going to be playing both home and away, and hopefully we are going to win that to also get into the final so that we can win a cup for the first time in many years. Yesterday we saw Nketiah came in for Crystal Palace. Nketiah during the transfer window moved to Crystal Palace because he actually had no place again in the Arsenal squad. So we saw him yesterday played and he scored a fantastic goal for Crystal Palace yesterday. In all my time as an Arsenal fan, I've not seen Nketiah score that kind of goal for Arsenal. So it was really great seeing Nketiah doing some things very nice in another club, at least now that he has the opportunity to do so. We also will be facing Crystal Palace this weekend at the Selhurst Park. That is their home in the Premiership clash. This we have to win so that we can close the gap at the top of the table. It is very important for us to beat Crystal Palace both at the Carabo Cup and as well as the Premiership. It is important for us to win that match so that we can begin to close the gap at the top of the table. We have had some bad runs in the past. We had a draw against Fulham, we had a draw against Everton, and these matches were crucial matches that could have helped us as Gunners to actually maybe be at the top of the table right now, or just a very few points to the top of the table. So yesterday, it is very important that we still struggle to score from open play, although the second half says otherwise, because we actually scored 3 goals from open play. So I believe we can improve on that, or I hope we can improve on that. Gabriel Jesus putting in the man of the match performance yesterday, and hopefully that can make him wake up, that can make him open up and score more goals for this season, because we actually need him to score more goals, because these goals are actually what will help us to close the gap at the top of the table, and they can actually come in at the end of the day. Nwaneri, according to popular opinion, a lot of Arsenal fans are saying that Nwaneri is ready. In my opinion, maybe Nwaneri is not totally ready. Maybe there are some matches that Nwaneri still needs to learn how to play through, still needs to learn how to do 1 or 2 things. The difference was clear yesterday. Nwaneri started the match, but immediately Odegaard came in. We saw that our team moved up from what they were to attacking force, and we also saw some goals because Odegaard yesterday delivered on his performance, gave 2 assists, and also Saka also gave him 2 assists. And these two people I mentioned came in as a sub. Sterling in the first half almost scored a free kick. Amazing. He almost got a free kick, but minus the free kick, it wasn't actually sensational. It was just there, although he had some bites, but it wasn't entirely sensational until Saka came in. We saw a different game. To be honest, I'm not sure if we missed Martinelli yesterday. I'm not sure at all if we missed Martinelli. But Trossard delivered all out yesterday. Maybe it was because of Tierney that really fed him the ball. We don't know yet. That is why I said at the beginning of the video that I would have loved a situation where Trossard was going to, where Martinelli was also going to be playing with Tierney, so that we can see if, for example, he needs the passes, or if, for example, he needs somebody to overlap, or whichever way that we also unlock Martinelli. So yesterday, Trossard delivered and he had a rating of 7.5. For David Raya, he was quiet in goal almost throughout the match yesterday because he basically does not have anything to do after the first goal scored by Crystal Palace, which was in the 4th minute, and also the second goal scored by Nketiah. But minus that, it was overall quiet in the field. They didn't really have any threats against us yesterday. We played well yesterday, and we have the points yesterday. That is it, Gunners. Please kindly drop your comments. Kindly drop your comments in the comment section. Also, tell me how I can improve on the video. I'm a new YouTuber. This channel is new. Please, your criticism should be open and should leave space for encouragement. Please kindly tell me if my videos are good or if there are improvements that I need to make. I'll work on them and I'll make sure that all the things are put into consideration. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, and share this video.